what you were looking for? How did you feel about your stuff out there today?
Early on, I had a really good sinker. I was able to get some ground balls on some good sink down in the zone. Just didn't feel very consistent with my delivery today. Yeah, it's kind of that first speed bump of the spring where, just put it behind me and watch some film tonight, and then back to the drawing board tomorrow.
What are you trying to work? It seemed like there were a decent amount of cutters out there.
Yeah.
Anything particular you're trying to work on?
Yeah, I haven't had the same life or the same line on my cutter as I'd like to see and as I did last year. The velo's been down on a little bit, so I really wanted to work it. They had a lot of lefties in the lineup, so it was a good chance for me to get some live work and against some good hitters. So tried to sink the ball to the glove side of the plate and run those cutters into lefties. That was kind of my main goal today, and I had some good ones, some bad ones. Had some chances to put guys away, just caught too much play with some bad pitches to good hitters. So
this is a tough lineup to try to work on things on, isn't it?
Yeah, but I mean that's what spring's for, It's good to get in there against some good hitters and kind of get some honest feedback on what your stuff's doing and what it looks like. So I mean, there's nothing more to say really about it. They're just it's a good lineup, and I didn't really execute a couple pitches today, but I did some things I liked and try to hang on to those and flush the other stuff.
Just physically, as far as progress, good to get the four innings in, the pitch count up, feel strong.
I mean, I felt good today. My ball just didn't have anything on it. Had a hard time breaking 92 out there, but I feel good. I don't feel like I'm hanging it all right now. I feel like I had another inning in me or two. So just see how I bounce back tomorrow, I guess.
How much at this point do you feel like it's sort of a trade-off between trying to get into baseball condition and just get kind of the delivery back, and also work on things that you're hoping to kind of work on for the
Yeah, absolutely. And I had a little bit of a setback early, so the first couple outings out there, I was really more concerned with how I was feeling and not trying to overdo it too much. And I feel like that set me behind a little bit with the consistency in my delivery. So that stuff's going to come. I mean, I'm not really stressed about it too much. I just want to be able to get out there and get my count up and build up endurance and start to fine-tune things in between my starts out here, and then just let it play out how it does out there. I don't really try and do a whole lot of thinking out there. I just compete. So for now, it's just continue to work in between and let it show out there.
In the past, if you had in late March, if you've been able to go above 92?
Yeah. I mean, my last outing, I think I was 92, 95, somewhere in there. So yeah, I mean, usually my last two outings will be the ones where I'm more consistent with the effort behind the pitch and trying to see a little bit of velocity. But like I said, right now being behind a little bit and on schedule, or behind a bit in the schedule as compared to everyone else, I'm not too concerned with it right now. I still got 2 more outings to go before I get out in the live game in season, so there's plenty of time.
Do you maybe throw more in between starts, or just vary up the work as far as trying to nail? Do you maybe throw more in the bullpen between starts since you are trying to work on things?
Yeah, I mean, now that I'm feeling better and my body's feeling healthy, I can put more consistent work in. It was a little tough when I was coming out of that little arm injury. It was tough for me to really get solid quality work in there with a game type feel when I didn't feel that good in my shoulder. So I feel really good right now. So this week I'll get a lot of good work in and get to fine tune some of the stuff I didn't like out there. So.
Joe, you said you have 2 more starts?
Yeah, that was 4, so I'll have a 5 inning and a 6 inning, and then we'll be in season.
You talked early in the spring, you were kind of trying to figure out still what kind of pitch mix you were going to try to rely on this year. Where are you at in that process, and how did getting hurt kind of mess up what you kind of had planned for figuring that process out this spring?
I mean, I wouldn't say it was getting hurt, but that little setback I had was just a delay. It kind of rushed things a bit. I don't have the extra, week and a half that I missed to work on things. So try to speed up the process a little bit, but also trying to make sure I'm ready and not, getting ahead of myself. So I like where I'm at right now. Obviously the results weren't what I was hoping for today, but those are things that are going to get better and better as spring goes on as we get closer to season. So I got 2 outings left to sharpen things up, and I feel like I'll be right on point with it.
Good chance to work with Cervelli too. Obviously, just coming in as a relatively new guy with a pretty big arsenal, just to kind of fine-tune things and develop that relationship.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, when I have 5 pitches, it's really tough to try to get on the same page and find out what we both want to do. He's got his plan, and like I said last week, it's kind of nice having a new catcher because he's challenging me to do things that I won't normally do. So today we'll go sit down and go over the repertoire that we used and kind of the sequencing and stuff, and I'll let him know how I felt about it. There was a few times out there where I went to pitches that I normally wouldn't, use as a, middle of the count pitch. It'll be like a put away. But I wanted to try it, and that's kind of what spring's for. So we'll talk more.